is Cindy's Kitchen. Tonight we're going to be decorating sugar cookies. And I haven't done this in a while, so I'm kind of working my way through it while I'm explaining it to you all. Basically what I have done, I used the easy sugar cookie recipe from Sugar Spun Run, and I doubled it because each batch makes 40 cookies. And I will put a link in the recipe in the video so you all can look it up. And then it also has a sugar cookie frosting recipe, which I also doubled. And after I made the frosting, basically I made the frosting up and then I separated it into different bowls to make different colors. And then I'm going to put those different colors in zipper bags and then snip the tips in lieu of a piping bag, so I can get the bulk of the color on the cookies. And then we have different decorations that we can put on the cookies. So it's basically, I'm going to be working on something that I haven't done in a little while, so I may not talk a whole lot while I'm doing it. Whoops, brittle plastic. So anyway, you can just watch, and then if you have any questions, just put it in the comments. Basically, you just make sugar cookie icing and then put it in zipper bags to pipe onto the cookies.
Exactly how did you make the icing?
The icing is 3 cups, well, for a single batch. For a double batch, it would be 6 cups of sifted powdered sugar. You want to make sure it's smooth, it doesn't have lumps, so that's why you sift it. And then you add in 6 to 8 tablespoons of milk. I added 8 and I think it's too thin, so I might have to add more powdered sugar to bulk it back up. And then it is a total of 4 tablespoons of light corn syrup. That's what makes it dry hard and look glossy. So basically these will dry thoroughly, and then I can stack them or lay them on a platter to deliver them. So basically it's just a step-by-step process. I'm navigating through this. I haven't done this, and I don't think I even did this last year. I usually just put sugar cookie sprinkles, you know, on the cookies rather than frosting them. So I'm going to be working through this, so if I don't narrate a lot or explain a lot, I'm figuring this out as I go along. I'm not afraid to admit that there's certain things that I'm not as good at and that I'm working through and working on getting better.
So 2 things really quick that I heard you say. So if your batch comes out a little thin, you just add a little more powdered sugar?
Yes, if it's too thick, add milk. Too thin, add powdered sugar. Okay. Powdered sugar going in the frosting. I'm going to see if I can thicken this up a little bit.
Okay.
See, the powdered sugar will thicken up the frosting because you want it to be thin enough to spread, but not so thin that it runs off the cookie.
And how did you get those pretty colors?
Food dye.
Food dye?
This is gel food color. That's pretty much, rather than the drippy stuff you use to make Easter eggs, this is gel, so it doesn't dilute the frosting as much.
Cool.
So I had to get a whole new batch of food dye for this year because the other colors had all been used up. So anyway, let me color the other ones. I'm thicken the other ones, and then I'm just gonna thicken them and then see how it looks. Because I have an order of 5 dozen sugar cookies. So my friend ordered sugar cookies from me, so I need to get these done. So I thought I'd bring you all along for the journey.
Ooh.
So I think I need it just a tiny bit thicker.
You just put it in like 1 spoonful at a time?
Yep. Because that's the easiest way to adjust it, is 1 spoonful at a time. blue reminds me of a blue we had at when we were at California Adventure a couple years ago. We went and got holiday treats. So I'm going to put this in a bag, and the easiest way to get a bag to hold still is to put it in a cup. Well, this is a mug, but you know, same concept.
Just out of curiosity, because this same kind of frosting, is it you use this for cakes too, or?
No, this is sugar cookie frosting.
Okay.
Different frostings go for different types of treats. Frosting on cakes is soft because a cake is soft. Frosting for sugar cookies is hard because sugar cookies are more firm. Alright, so let me get this a tiny bit thicker. This is just a little bit of give and take, figuring out how much we need. See? This is getting thick enough, I think. It's nice and thick now. And then we have stir sticks to help spread the frosting. Stir sticks aren't just for hot drinks. So this is the easiest way to do this, is to just put a baggie in a mug so that will hold it up while you scoop the frosting into it. And again, this recipe is from Sugar Spun Run. It included the recipe for the cookies as well as the sugar cookie frosting. And let's see here. Let me scoop that up. And I think I'll use blue on the snowflakes. And I'm just going to figure out how I'm going to do this. If I want to do the whole thing or do an outline. So I'm going to do that. And let me get this one situated here. This needs to be a little thicker. It's always good to have extra powdered sugar on hand during the holidays. I know Target was selling out of their baking stuff. They were completely out of marshmallow fluff, because I use that when making fudge. And then they were down to their last bag or two of powdered sugar when I was there a couple nights ago. So don't wait till the last minute to get your ingredients, because the supply chain is not quite as efficient as it used to be. Alright. Going to put this in the mug and then fill it up. As you're stifling your yawn there.
Sorry.
Well, I better yawn in the background than heavy breathing, so.
Which is what I do also.
Yeah. It's like you could tell who's behind the camera by the sound of breathing in the background.
I get so excited just watching you make all this stuff.
Yeah. Alright. So, let me see how this goes. And I might need to... There. Because this works as a piping bag because you'll just snip the tip.
Okay.
It's just something that you learn as you go along with baking. Let me get another baggie.
And you just use regular little sandwich bags, right?
Yeah. I would prefer sturdier bags, but I ran out. I go through too many bags, so. Alright. I'm going to make this white frosting a little thicker because that one's too thin. And actually, I think what I'll do is dump this back into the bowl and mix it up. It's really exciting. I'm just squeezing it. Looks like I'm squeezing a cow's teat and getting milk out of it. I know, it's a very vivid description.
Well, this was we were getting everything prepped for the episode, and apparently we realized this was just a little bit too thin.
Yeah. All right.
And you were like, that's fine, let's just show everybody how it works.
Yeah. Alright. So. Alright, my hands are wet and I have no towels. Okay. Alright. See?
Ooh.
It's a bowl of frosting. Alright.
Wow.
Alright, let me get the rest of this scooped up and in here. I hope this is thick enough. It doesn't seem like it is, but alright, let me wash my hands off. I had the kitchen sink all cleared out, then everybody came and put all their dirty dishes in the sink. So.
Well, we had dinner.
Yeah.
What else is the sink for?
Yeah. Alright. So there's a lot of critiques out there, or critics out there who like to critique. Alright.
Well, as you like to see, this is a working kitchen.
Yes. And I work full time and I don't have a maid, so. Alright. Let's go and see how this looks. Alright, so it's still a little thin, but we'll work with it.
You got this red stuff right over here. That looks good.
It's decorating icing, so. Buttercream is what you use for cakes. Decorating icing is what you use for cookies and such. Oh, this got lumpy. It formed a crust while we were all talking here. Alright, let me get the red one out. Once I figure out how I want to decorate the different styles of cookies, then it'll be easier. This red one will be a little lumpy, but maybe it'll look like a sweater where it's got little lumps in it.
That could be the ugly sweater cookie.
Yeah. I think I got all the colors but yellow ready. Okay. So let's try this out. See how this goes. Snip the tip off. These scissors get used for everything else, and my kitchen scissors went poof. So, alright. So I'm just going to decorate the stocking here. And I think what I'll do is I'll just spread it around. That will smooth it out. Oh, that's not coming out as smoothly as I would like. Alright, let me spread this out with a stir stick here. Oh, I got a tickle in my throat. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're just going to frost.
Oh!
Yeah. Pretty neat, huh? You get to see how frosting works. Alright.
Well, that's a nice little trick, because I never would have thought to use like a coffee stir stick as like a little
Frosting spreader.
frosting. Yeah.
And then we can add sprinkles. So let's just see here. Look, we have light bulbs, so we can use those on the Christmas tree. We have little miniature Christmas trees. And then we have little gingerbread men. So maybe we can put a couple decorations on the cookies. See? How's that look?
That looks pretty nice.
Yeah. So let me smooth out this one side. It looks a little funky on this one side. We want it to look creative, but not like a 5-year-old did it. Alright, and let's get the yellow. And then we have the green all ready to go. make this a little thicker. Getting sweaty. We need to open the front door for some air. Since it was rainy the last couple days, just minimal rain, it warmed up. It went from being in the 40s at night to being in the 50s, going on 60 degrees at night. Which is nice for December, but our house is well insulated and get a little stuffy at night. So. Alright, I'm going to put this in here. Actually, that's still a little thin. Alright. Alright. Now I think that's better. So I got a lot of cookies to decorate, so I gotta make sure the frosting goes
Long way.
a long way.
That, I swear, it looks just like banana pudding.
Yeah, but I don't think we need any Nilla wafers and bananas in this. Alright. So, what we can do next is a Christmas tree, and then we can use some of these colored balls on the Christmas tree. Because I think that would look really pretty.
Yep.
So this one hasn't been snipped yet. So with this, I'm just going to spread it out, and then I'm going to... That actually might look better just strung out like that.
That looks pretty good.
I think I actually like that better. Just minimal. And then we can put a star on the top of the tree. And then we have these decorations that look like light bulbs. So that's kind of green on green. How about the red? That would probably look pretty. Try to land them on the where the crisscross goes. I think I like that version of decorating them better. Just stringing the...
They both work.
Yeah. So, and let's some white balls on there too. So, what do you think of that?
That looks pretty.
So we're
Good
gonna
enough, good enough to eat.
Yep. We're gonna decorate a few more cookies, and then we'll bring it back and show you the different designs we've created. Basically, we got almost 60 some odd cookies decorated. And if you look at the first tray through the subsequent trays, you can see that I varied the style a little bit as I figured out what worked better. So it's just a matter of taking your time and figuring things out as you go along. And basically the frosting dries pretty quick, so you have to put the sprinkles on right after you put the frosting on. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and finish sprinkling these. So we have kind of some that are more abstract, some that are just, you know, I figured it out as I went along. And my friend is having a work party and she wanted some cookies. And I've been selling my cookies. So we have these, and let me show you the others. Let me bring the trays over.
Okay.
They're all a little different.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, those are pretty.
So even though I'm not artistically inclined, I just kind of winged it. And I figured that, you know, trying to frost the cookie and make designs wasn't working. So what I did is I just did the squiggles in different colors and then just added sprinkles. So even if you're not the most artistically inclined person, you can still decorate Christmas cookies. Just kind of figure it out as you go along. Maddie did this last tray for me. So, and the frosting sets pretty quick. So the frosting from the first batch is pretty much set. I can't package them until they're dried out completely, which will probably be by morning. So somehow I'm going to have to hide all the cookies from a dog that steals food. So anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and share to your friends and keep coming back to the channel to view more things. We're going to be doing a lot of Christmas projects over the next week or so. So have a great evening and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.